Welcome back, my flaming warriors. How you guys doing today? Hope you're having an amazing day. We are going to be dissecting Top Gun Maverick. So, PSA, grab your tissues and grab a snack and come on back. In the pre-intro, we see a backstory about the Academy on March 3rd, 1969. They describe Top Gun as an elite school for the top 1% of pilots. Ooh, right there, I feel like the masculines feel like they have to be the best of the best, or in this case, the elite, to win over their divine feminine. Masculines, just show her unconditional love. Your feminine loves you. You just need to let us in. I keep hearing masculines are shutting down completely. I am writing this on the first night of Mercury retrograde, so maybe this is your sign to heal and let go of roadblocks that are stopping you guys from union. But divine masculines, your feminines feel like they need to complete with every other person you've ever had in your life, as far as relationship wise, that she is living a very impossible, high and perfectionist standard. And they believe if they do something wrong, even something small, that you will stop loving them. So maybe remind your feminine that you love her unconditionally. It also says this school is designed to make sure the pilots that graduated are the top pilots of the world. Ooh, I just heard for divine feminines to keep your standards high, but also leave room for your masculines to grow into the role. I don't know who that was for, but that message was definitely for somebody. It is called Fighter's Weapons School according to the Navy. However, pilots call it Top Gun. We then see a montage of planes in the middle of the ocean on this very tiny runway taking off. I feel like that is like when we are aware that we have a twin flame. It's like a plane launching. There will be turbulence along the way, but you still get to your destination, which in this case is twin flame union. We cut to Maverick getting up ready for the day with his newspaper in his hand. Now, with the newspaper in play, I feel like that's masculine spying on us divine feminines. I keep hearing like a secret account. So maybe they are undercover, per se, in some sort, pretending that they don't know about the connection and that they don't care, when in reality they are in fact obsessed with you. If you have them blocked, there is a definitely high chance that they could be definitely having a secret account just to watch you. So just be aware of that, divine feminines. He is washing his hands. That could mean like the masculines are working to become clean, whether that's truth being revealed, or the fact that the counterparts are trying to get clean from old patterns and addictions. I'm really hoping it's the second one at this point. I'm seriously done with all this. He has photos of him and Goose, his partner. They were like family. Sadly, he died in a plane accident in the first film. The main themes in this movie are chosen family, love, friendship, team, trust, and sacrifice. These are so important right here. This is so important. I can't even stress this enough. Because guess what? Us twin flames, most of us have very much toxic homes. And most of us are trying to escape. Maybe this is your sign that to keep your chosen family close, the people that you choose to have in your life. And if you've been feeling like you need to block someone out of your biological family, this is your sign to do it. This is your sign to do it because, we're not doing that anymore. We're here to break generational curses. And to be honest, sometimes by breaking generational curses, it's leaving this toxic family that some of you guys are living in. And this goes for both divine masculines and feminines. This is just your sign to move on and go no contact. Let them think what they want about you. They're just jealous. We are the underdogs. We get underestimated, but like the Kansas City Chiefs, we will come up on top, no matter what anyone else says. They don't believe in us now, but when they watch us prosper and bloom, they will say, "What happened to the old you?" And you'll say, "What old me? This is me." And it will be a slap in the face. And I love it. I am petty, and I will be the first one to admit it. I don't care. I really don't care. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it's our life. It's our life, and we get to choose what we do with it. Don't let your family dictate what you can and can't do. And that's the lesson I'm trying to learn too as well. Living with a toxic family, I'm learning to break free of their thought process. So like, let's say they say, "Oh, well, you need to be this way and this way to get a man," or "If you do this, a man will never like you," and stuff like that. I'm choosing to ignore them. I am choosing to love myself more than to care about what they think. And I think this is a reminder to you, divine feminines and divine masculines, to choose yourself and use your intuition, but don't forget, use your mind and heart, because with just one of them, they could steer you the wrong way. For instance, divine masculines, if you choose a karmic, that's your intuition steering you the wrong way because you need to be with your divine feminine. Wake up is what I keep hearing. Oh, by the way, I heard some masculines still have photos and videos of us feminines saved on their phones, and this goes both ways. Some of us feminines have old photos of you guys on our phones as well. To me, it seems like photos could represent holding on to the past. We see a picture of a guy who he knows as Iceman, but his real name is Tom Kaczynski. Remember this, because he is a major importance in this movie. More important than you guys think. He puts on his old jacket. This is proving my theory about holding on to the past, but I also believe he feels connected in a way by holding on to his jacket, full of patches and old photos of his best friend. I also feel like the only reason why Maverick moved forward was for Goose and his son, whose call sign is Rooster. Also, it's almost like Maverick is trying to be the father that Rooster lost. And that's kind of sad. There is one that stood out to me. It was the picture of Goose with his wife and son. They zoom in on the son. Maybe that means Maverick's main goal is to protect him in any way possible. Even if it means losing his life to save Rooster. Because basically, Rooster is the only thing Maverick has to remember Goose, because he looks identical to him. It shows a calendar, and it says the word Mach 9. So this is the mission title, and this reminds me of the Twin Flame journey, because this journey is our mission, and each lifetime you have with your Twin Flame is like a higher level of mission to protect, show kindness, and unconditional love and remembering to allow your divine counterpart to grow, no matter how bad you want to protect them. Trust me, I know. I've tried to protect my twin. But the thing is, Divine Feminines, when they don't want to listen, we can't make them listen. We can't force them to change. And that's a sad reality. But I really do pray this video helps masculines wake up, because the world depends on it. Twin flames are here to save the world. I'm telling you that much. That is so true. He grabs the keys to his motorcycle, and this could be like taking the risk and going into the unknown. This journey is scary and a bumpy ride, but when you get to the destination, it will all have been worth it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will have all been worth it in the end. Because guess what? It's our journey. And the destination is our twin flame, which is the most beautiful gift ever. Even if it doesn't look like rainbows right now, trust me, there is no sunshine and rainbows a lot of times, but today, maybe it's a day that a light shines through for you guys. I really hope this is true for you guys. We see the number 55 on it, and angel number 55 means it will appear to the people who have made the change, those who are more positive, creative, and confident. Our angels are pushing us closer to the spiritual realm to feel the influence of the number 55 and experience the energy of change. Wow. That's really good. All right. We can't run from change. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen whether we like it or not, and we can't control it. That's the worst part of it. I also want to add that letting go of control is one of the hardest things to do, but also, there's a saying in Al-Anon, and it's let go and let God. And this is so good, because when you let go and let God, it's like you're finally free. You don't have to worry about anything about what your twin flame is doing, who they're with, or whatever it may be. You don't have to worry about none of that. I feel like that is the greatest gift of all time. I feel like that is one thing a lot of us need to learn. And take it one day at a time. And just for today, choose yourself. Choose to make yourself happy. What would make you happy is my question to you. And I want to leave you with that question as well. We'll talk more about this later. There is a word written on the motorbike, and it is called Kawasaki. And it means a river cape, or a river edge, as some of you may call it. I feel like it's a reminder that, like a river, there are little currents that push you away from where you want to go, but don't let that stop you from getting to your destination. This journey keeps you on the edge of your seat, and also makes you more cautious of life decisions and everything, which I think that is really important. But at the same time, don't dwell on the past is what I keep hearing. I don't know why that just came through, but that was meant for someone right there. So random download, not part of the movie, but I keep hearing something about birthdays. Maybe this is your sign to text your counterpart during their birthday, or possibly during holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And if you're watching this on Valentine's Day, text your counterpart, please. Just text him. I can't help but notice he is riding on an empty long highway. I keep hearing that the spirit guides are making a way and clearing the paths of all roadblocks. Wow. Yes. That. We need that. We need to remember that they're always working and that they know the right plan for us, and we just need to learn how to trust. Let go and let God, like I said earlier. He rides through the restricted area. That means he has authorization, or in this case, authority. I heard the word top secret just now, so maybe there are certain things that are classified because the guides are working on the cases behind the scenes. Even if you can't see it or you don't feel like they're working on it, trust me, they are. It just takes some time. Ooh, can I get an amen right there? I felt that one. I felt that one in my soul right now. Yo, okay. What is up with this energy recently? Are you guys, like, depressed? Like, in the comments, if you're depressed, write down, I'm sad. Right now in the comments, if you're watching this up to this part, write, I'm sad. Because I'm seriously feeling like some divine feminine energy. And I feel like some masculines are experiencing like rage and jealousy. I'm not sure what that's about. But, yeah. Like, I'm legit getting emotional, like, doing this. He gets to the hangar, and a guy named Coleman and some other guys are discussing something. Maverick asks, what is wrong? And Coleman says that there is a guy that's coming to shut down their program completely. They are scrapping it all together. The guy said to Coleman on the phone that their program failed to do Mach 10, so they are shutting it down without giving it a chance. But Mach 10 isn't supposed to be for a couple months. After discussing more, Maverick goes on to say, he ain't here yet. They want Mach 10? Let's give him Mach 10. Like I said, Coleman wants to go the minimum and stay in the shallow end. But I keep hearing, push forward, go beyond the limits. And Coleman says, I don't like that look. And Maverick replies, it's the only one I've got. Now that is proven to be false. Almost like his attitude has changed since Goose's death, which is really sad. He gets in the aircraft and Coleman is back in the control center with the rest of the people. And that reminds me of spirit guides in a control room watching over us and protecting us to make sure we are safe. That is a very important lesson. And that is very important to remember, especially nowadays, that we are protected. Can't help but notice on the side of the plane is a skunk. A skunk symbolizes peace and self-respect. Interesting. Almost like the masculines have no self-respect, considering they are choosing karmics over their divine feminine. But I digressed. The number 101795 adds up to the number 23, and angel number 23 means a message encouraging you to use your natural abilities, talents, and creativity to bring joy and happiness into your life. Wow, that's good. We need happiness into our lives, especially as feminines. Maverick now gets the green light to take off. General Kane pulls up right before takeoff. Coleman says, it's not too late to stop this, you know. And he said, you know what happens if you go through with this. And Maverick replies, I know what happens to everyone else if I don't. Wow. That's so good. This right here shows selflessness and protectiveness. He is sacrificing the program for the sake of being a change for future generational pilots. Wow. Maverick is now ready to launch and now Maverick takes off. The speed broke the top of the entrance because the force was too strong to be stopped. Ooh, can I get a 5-second praise break right here? That was meant for somebody. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can stop this journey. Even if you try, you can't even get in your own way. You will be humbled if you try to stop it. Trust me, I have been humbled. I have tried to stop this twin flame journey. No. It's inevitable. Like change, it's inevitable. You can't run from it. You can only go through it. Wow. Okay, that definitely came out of nowhere. I like it. I really like it. General Kane walks in and Coleman says to Maverick that the general is ordering to bring the plane down. Ooh, that's a good life lesson right there. Even when everyone says it's impossible, he goes and proved everyone wrong, showing that nothing is impossible. So even if you feel like this journey is impossible to be with your twin flame, not impossible. Make the impossible possible, is what I keep hearing. Wow, that's really good. He continues on with the mission to get to Mach 10. He even destroys things because the power was so strong. Ooh, can I preach it like I feel it? What happens in the twin flame journey? We feel masculine's energy, and the masculines feel our feminine energy. This is very much sad to say, but feeling each other's energy has made us as sick as the counterpart. Some of you could be experiencing symptoms that your twin flame has. I will go over that in another video. Do not worry. It's coming. Just taking breaks here and there. Because, balancing school and everything, it's a little rough. But I'm doing this for you guys. He then fakes a broken signal of communication. Kind of proves my theory that masculines know about the twin flame journey, but not admitting that they know about the journey. Also, this scene is hilarious because that is something I would definitely do if my twin flame and my soulmate are annoying me, which, damn, I got both. Ladies, if you have both soulmate and twin flame, I want you to comment on here as well. Give this video a like because, girl, we relate. I can tell you, they are annoying as heck. Dealing with a twin flame is hard enough, but dealing with a soulmate and a twin flame, that is what you call difficult. We hear Maverick say, "Talk to me, Goose." And that makes me cry because he knows that even though Goose is dead, he's really never gone because Goose is always with him, even in spirit. He's always watching over him. He hits Mach 10 and everyone is cheering. Let's be honest, this will be our guys when masculines wake up. Ooh, can I get an amen right there? He pushes it a little more and he crashes somewhere, yet it doesn't say where his plane crashed. I don't know why, but they decided not to mention it, which I find very odd. Almost like if they didn't want to be seen, like they didn't want them to know. Communication goes dead and Coleman yells for Maverick, "Man, if I had $1 for every time my uncle did that for my soulmate and twin flame, I would be a millionaire by now." Wow. That's a lot of money. But seriously, my uncle deals with a lot with my twin flame and my soulmate. So I applaud him. Uncle, I love you. If you're watching this, I know you are. Maverick walks into this cafe and everyone stops and stares at him. He goes and gets some water from the waitress because he's thirsty. Ooh. New series coming soon, perhaps, of Bible stories and the twin flame connections. But what I want to say about this part is that he came looking for water because he was thirsty. What if divine feminines are their water source, their oasis, if you will? He asks, "Where am I?" And the little boy replies, "Earth." And I'm sorry, I can't help but envision that this is the masculine's wake-up call and to come back to reality, and someone give him a reality check. That's what I keep hearing. There is a helicopter picking Maverick up, and I feel like this is guides playing lifeguard with these masculines. Like every time they mess up, the spirit guides have to go and save the masculines yet again. Wings probably all bent, halos all crooked and everything. They're like, just let him go. Like, I feel like that's what the angels are doing because the angels are just tired of protecting the twin flames. I can't blame them. Cain has a very harsh speech with Maverick. He says, "Maverick, 30 plus years of service, combat medals, citations, only man to shoot down 3 enemy planes in the last 40 years. Distinguish. Yet you can't get a promotion, you won't retire, and despite your best efforts, you refuse to die. You should be at least a 2-star admiral by now, if not a senator, yet here you are, captain. Why is that?" Maverick says, "It's one of life's mysteries, sir." Cain says, "This isn't a joke. I asked you a question." Maverick then says, "I'm where I belong, sir." Wow, that is amazing. He knows exactly who he is and doesn't care what anyone else says. Cain got a call right before he went up, and Cain says that Maverick is being called back to Top Gun, which we know at this point is because of Iceman. Now, I do feel like this was divine intervention, because if Maverick wouldn't have broken the rules and Gun kicked out from Cain's, he never would have been able to protect Rooster. What if that in itself was Goose's way of communicating with him, since Rooster looks nearly identical to his father Goose? So when Mav sees Rooster, he really sees his old flying partner Goose. We cut to Maverick on his motorcycle trying to race a jet taking off for fun, and you see him smiling knowing he is going back to Top Gun. I feel like this is symbolic in ways because Top Gun is where him and Goose worked after getting transferred from the USS Enterprise, and they were friends before Top Gun, but when they got to Top Gun, their bond was stronger than ever. Everybody knew when these two flew together, they would be unstoppable. So maybe Maverick going home to Top Gun made him feel like he's going back home to see Goose again. Ooh, that got me emotional. Sorry. Remember to breathe is what I keep hearing. We cut to him walking into Top Gun, and we see another picture of Iceman, this time older version of him. Now, after Goose died, I started becoming friends with Maverick. When Mav first started out, I don't know how to describe this, but Ice and Maverick were like enemies, while Goose was Mav's best friend. But at the end of the first movie, Ice tells him, "You can be my wingman any day," making Ice and Mav partners. Their job was to protect each other. Even after all those years, Ice still protects him when Maverick gets in trouble. That's really good and shows loyalty as well. He's been called back to Top Gun because of Ice, and later we'll go deeper into why this is so important in this movie. We cut to Maverick with two guys in a meeting room. One of the guys says, "Your reputation precedes you." That line interests me because it seems like he has a high standard, or he has so much credibility for being the only one in 40 years to take out enemy planes. And they show Maverick the target mission on the screen, and Mr. Bates said, "The Pentagon has tasked us with assembling a strike team and taking it out before it comes fully operational." Task, say? Almost like confirmation of what I said earlier about how the Twin Flame journey is our assignment. It is our mission to come into union with our Twin Flames. The world does not want Twin Flames to wake. They don't want us to unite because together we are unstoppable. Twin Flames are like Goose and Maverick. They were unstoppable together. And that's what the world fears, that we're going to be unstoppable and nobody can no longer control us. That's why they're afraid. Mr. Bates goes on to say that it is hidden in an underground bunker. Let's talk about it. It seems to me this is similar to the Divine Masculines running and hiding. And to any Divine Masculines watching this, stop running and hiding. You can't run or hide from this connection. No matter how hard you try, it will always catch up to you. They continue showing Maverick the planes, and one of them is the F-14, which is what Goose and Maverick flew during the first movie. Then Admiral Simpson says, "Seems like we're not the only ones holding on to old relics." Confirmation of what I was talking about. It goes both ways. Some of us hold on to pics of you, and some of you hold on to pics of us. They ask Maverick for his plan, considering he is captain. Maverick goes to review the plan and says 4 aircrafts, possibly an F-18, can get the job done. He says, "I don't know who I trust to fly the other 3. And Simpson says, "We don't want you to fly it. We want you to teach it." So Maverick is visibly upset. And with seeing this movie 11 times by now, I can see why he gets upset. Flying is how he feels connected to Goose. So telling Maverick he can't fly anymore is like losing his best friend all over again. Damn. This is very emotional, I can tell you that much. They ask Maverick to choose only half of the 12 people to fly up there. And that reminds me of the Twin Flame journey, because not everybody will come into union. And it is the sad truth. Some of y'all will be in union because that is your mission and your soul contract, which is true for me and my sister. But it is not true for everyone. Maverick looks at the people and he sees Rooster. And with the scared look in his eye, they ask him if there's a problem. Maverick says, "You know there is." We cut to a bar, and we see Maverick sitting alone while two of his soon-to-be students are playing darts. I think it's a Navy bar, just like in the first movie. Maverick is basically sitting there drinking away his feelings and wallowing in self-pity. Dang. Y'all masculines do that a lot. I noticed that pattern in you guys. Wake up, divine masculines. Ice messages him saying, that didn't go well. Maverick replies back saying that the kid is not ready for this mission. Ice replies, no one is. That is why you are here. And Mav says, you could have at least warned me. Then Ice says, would you have come? Yes, Iceman with the truth bomb. I love it. If Maverick would have known Rooster was there, he never would have came back to Top Gun. See, Mav thinks it's just that the kid needs him, when in reality, this opportunity to be with Goose's son was his way of saying to Maverick, it's time to let me go. If he knew this mission, would he have stepped up to the plate? Yes, and that is what I ask you, divine masculines, or divine feminines too, either one of us. Because if we would have known all the hardships and everything, would we have stepped up to the plate? Would we have answered the call? I don't think so. I really doubt half of us would be twin flames if we would have known the journey. But since spirit guides keep it a secret from us, we're forced to rely on trust. We're forced to rely on faith that this is our plan, that this is the plan they have for us. Maverick hears someone talking to find out it was a woman he has dated on and off again every time he is back at Top Gun. Ooh, old flames can possibly represent there still being a spark there. By old spark, I mean like this connection could be reignited with a flame. Any small flame for that matter. And it could just light up and start a chain reaction. They start talking and she knows Maverick like a book. Oof, if that ain't twin flames. We read one another like a book. We know line by line. And their every single move. Mav asks if she is mad at him. And she says, oh, Pete, I can never stay mad at you. That's the problem. I hear nothing but facts in that because, no matter how much we do get upset with our twin flames, we can never stay mad at them. And you know why that is, divine feminines? They are our other halves. So technically, when we're fighting them, we're fighting us. That is a very sad reality. But wake up, you guys. Because guess what? There are twin flames, whether we like it or not. We could deny it as much as we want. Trust me, I've done that myself. And I'm guilty of this, I'm not going to sit here and call me the saint or anything because I've done all these things that I'm talking about right here. I've tried to hide. I've tried to run. I've tried to deny. I even try to drink it away. Because guess what? This twin flame journey can make us raging alcoholics. And I realized something when I was drinking, that it doesn't stop the pain. It just numbs it for a little bit. And I know, a lot of these, you just want to numb it for a while. And I can't blame you. I can't blame either of you guys for doing that. But, It's just really sad. It's really sad. It's like you want to be with your twin, but at the same time, it's like you can't stand each other, but at the same time that, you can't run from each other. You know that no matter how much you say you hate them, you love them. And that love will never stop, no matter how hard you try to stop it. And I'm only crying right now because I've been through these things. Nobody's perfect. But it's, oh my God. It's just crazy how intense this journey is where you question every day if your twin actually loves you for you, or if they're just gonna leave like everyone else because you're not perfect for them. Is you saying you're not perfect is just making it worse for you. But trust me, I know that. It's not good. And the fact that a star is born is on right now as I say this, it's confirmation that yes, this journey is hard and you can't escape it. But we are warriors. That's why I call us twin flame warriors. This journey is not for the weak. This is not for the faint of heart. You need to remember at all times that even if your twin flame tries to say that, they don't love you, they do. They're just as scared as you are. They're as scared as us. They don't want to admit it, but they're gonna have to eventually. Oh my God. I'm definitely feeling someone's emotions right now. So if you're watching this, write I'm sad or I'm depressed in the comments. And I want you guys to write that, not to like feel bad about yourselves, but it's like admission is the first key in Al-Anon. It's like, realizing we are powerless and that we do need help. That is the most important thing. And Divine Masculines, I need to say something before we move on. That your addictions are affecting us. Your drinking is either causing us to drink or causing us to go crazy and worrying about you 24/7. And I do feel bad for these twin flames because we don't deserve this. But you guys don't deserve to be abandoned, So it's like either way, like it's a lose-lose sometimes. Because guess what? We can't fight it. Don't fight it no more. If you fight it, you lose your twin. I'm sorry for getting emotional over this, but it just makes me angry. It makes me so angry that nobody knows how tough this journey is, and you Divine Masculines don't know how hard we have it. You say, oh, we're the only ones that have it hard. No. Because guess what? You're putting your twin flame through that. Whatever you do to yourself is what you do to your twin flame. So let's say you don't eat. You cause your twin flame to feel starving, either physically starving or emotionally, like touch starved, like they need to be held. And that is it's bad. You guys need to realize that you're affecting us and work on yourselves and heal. And I love you guys too much for me not to tell you this. We're going to move on right now, but I just needed to say that because the spirits put that on my heart for me to get this message out to you. They converse for a while, and she says, "It always ends the same with us, Pete. Let's not start this time." Wow, this really hits me hard. She is afraid to get hurt again, so she is keeping her guard up. I would advise you guys to let your guard down with your counterpart, but it's risky doing that. But at the same time, it's like, take a risk, take a chance. Just make sure that you give your twin flame some room to grow. And I do feel like that is very important for both divine feminines and masculines to do. He puts his phone on the table, and I guess that's a big no in the Navy. So now Maverick has to buy everyone in the bar around. Wow. That's a lot of money. Sorry, I just count dollar signs right now. A girl named Phoenix and some of her crew comes in, and Hangman says to her name. They have a conversation, and Coyote asks who that guy is. Now, this is where Bob comes in, and I feel like he is the sweetest guy you will ever meet. He is also an observer, where he stays in the down low, hides in the background, and just watches from afar. He doesn't want to get involved. He just wants to make peace with everyone. And wow, that is a really good life lesson. We now see Rooster come in, and Phoenix calls him. Phoenix gets him with the pole stick in the gut / special area, if you will. Rooster and Hangman have some kind of beef with each other, and to me it seems like it's also mirroring Iceman and Maverick, because they did have beef with each other at the beginning of the first movie. And I also feel like this is like when soulmates and twin flames are in competition with each other, trying to win over their girl. Yes, sir. Maverick's card gets declined, and to me, this is symbolic that masculines and some feminines must pay off karmic debt before coming into union with each other. Maverick gets kicked out of, and then hears Rooster playing on the piano, playing the song that Maverick and Goose used to sing to Rooster as a kid. And the song is called Great Balls of Fire, in case anyone was interested in knowing the name of the song. We see Maverick get flashbacks of that day, and he gets emotional. He also sees the day that Goose died, and Maverick is holding on to him. And they don't show this in the movie, but, oh my god. It's just, it's emotional what they said in the first movie. He's the guy who's picking up Goose's dead body, says, "You need to let him go. You need to let him go." And I feel like this is really symbolic, especially in this movie. The girl named Penny realizes that it was Rooster, which is Goose's son. And this was also Goose and Maverick's song to each other. And she looks at him as if she was saying, "I'm here for you." We also we cut to the Navy base, and all are standing at attention. Ooh, I heard obey your master. Wow. Some of you guys might be into roleplay, if you know what I mean. Bates says, 5th generation fighters have leveled the playing field. Wow. That's really good. Maverick walks up, and the guys that carried Mav out are now embarrassed because that is their new instructor. Ooh, what a burn. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. What a burn for these masculines. Revenge is sweet. And serves with the best little bit of ice cream, little bit of whipped cream, a little bit of caramel. You know, you get your own little caramel / hot fudge sundae. Karma is that sweet. But I digress. Maverick says, I assume you know everything about your aircraft inside and out. The pilots say, darn right. And he throws the book in the trash and says, so does your enemy. But what the enemy doesn't know is your limits, and I intend to find them, test them, push beyond. Today we'll start with only what you think you know. You show me what you are made of. Woo! That is so good. We think we know everything about the twin flame journey, and just as we think we do, life throws a big curveball, and we have to learn something new about this journey. Rooster and Maverick talk. Mav says, let's not do it like this. And Rooster says, are you going to wash me out? And Mav says, that'll be up to you, not me. Then Rooster says, or asks, if he is dismissed. And the rest of the crew is wondering why Mav and Rooster have so much beef with each other. Little do they know what happened between them. 2 knocks as I say that. God confirming. Thank you, God. They are all up in the air, and the group is trying to find Maverick, not knowing he already going through the 2 planes. Mav was about to shoot Rooster down in the dogfighting training, and Rooster says, not this time, old man, and he dodges Mav. Then Maverick says, okay, Maverick, don't let him get to you. Woo! You have no idea how many times I have said that line before. Don't let him get to you. That is what all feminines need to do. We can't let the divine masculines get to us, or else it's going to drive us crazy. We're going to go insane. We can't do that. We just can't. It's really risky to do. Ooh. Sorry. Bob asks, where's Hangman? And Phoenix says, that's why we call him Hangman. He'll always leave you out to dry. Whoa. This is like masculines abandoning their twin flames. Yeah. Wake up and come back to your twin. Now, Maverick and Rooster have a 1v1 with each other in a fighter jet. Because of the argument, Rooster wants to go all the way down because he doesn't want to lose to Maverick, even though he does end up losing to Maverick. And now he has to do push-ups because of a bet that one of the other pilots made with Maverick, that if they shot him down, that he would have to do 200 push-ups or something like that. Phoenix and Rooster have a heart-to-heart and reveals that Maverick pulled his papers from the academy, setting him back 4 years. We find out why later. Simpson screams at Maverick, and Maverick explains his reasoning. And he said he also wants to teach them how to come home. he doesn't want to lose anyone like he did Goose. And I feel like he also still blames himself to this day about his death, even though it wasn't his fault. Eggman sees a photo of Maverick's crew back then, and Goose was in the picture and shows Coyote. We cut to the bar before it opens, where we see a dog. I think it was a Labrador, which Labradors are so adorable. And I feel like that also represents loyalty to a person. And Maverick tells the dog, "You've gone big." Then he sees Penny's daughter, Amelia. And Amelia calls her mom. Penny and her daughter have to take the boat to the yard, but Amelia can't go because of a test that she has to do the following day, and Mav volunteers to help her out. The daughter convinces her to take him with her. This right here is what I call divine intervention. If the daughter would have went, Penny and Mav wouldn't have had that reconnecting, bonding time. And to think, if Mav's card went through and didn't owe anything, Maverick never would have set foot in there. But because of divine intervention, reconnecting was possible. See? Even if it seems impossible, it is possible. They are out on the water in a sailboat, and Penny says, "It's a lot rougher than I was expecting." Whoa. All right. I like it. This journey is not all sunshines and rainbows. There is no such thing as a yellow brick road in this twin flame journey until you reach Emerald City. Ooh. Let me know if I should do a Wizard of Oz analysis. This journey is not for the weak. People on this journey are warriors. I'm telling you. You cannot deny us that we are warriors. Maverick takes Penny home on his motorcycle and gazes at her. She closes the door and realizes she has fallen for him all over again. Aww. We cut to Maverick saying, "Time is your greatest enemy." Dang. Is this true? I keep hearing wrong timing can be a missed opportunity. Maverick says, "Keep under the radar." Ooh, like Bob in the beginning of the movie. He keeps it on the down low. Avoid missiles, he says. Missiles would represent, in this case, leaving the karmic. Ooh. Masculines, what if the missiles represent confirmation that you should leave your karmic? Ooh, I like it. He talks about 5th generation fighters coming. That's why they need to get in, hit the target, and get out as fast as possible. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not the case in the twin flame journey. It is a slow, bumpy ride. They go through a simulation and ask, "Why are they dead?" And Maverick said, "Don't tell me. Tell them. What will their family accept at the funeral?" is what he tells his team. Which I feel like this is a reference to the first movie with Maverick trying to justify Goose's death to his family. Because no matter what you tell the family, they're not going to accept that excuse. And they're just going to stay angry because they just lost, someone they love. Rooster went too slow and asks, "Why are you dead?" And Phoenix says, "Sir, he's the only one that made it to the target." He replies, "A minute late, giving the enemy aircraft time to shoot him down." Rooster says, "You don't know that." Hangman says, and I feel like this was a wake-up call for him, "You're not flying fast enough. You don't have a second to waste." Rooster tries to justify it by saying they made it to the target, and Maverick replies, "And a superior enemy aircraft intercepted you on the way out." Rooster says, "Then it's a dogfight." Mav replies, "With fifth-generational fighters." Rooster still argues there's more than one way to fly this mission. And Hangman says, "On this mission, a man flies like Maverick here, or he doesn't come back." Which was Hangman making a remark, technically, about Goose's dying. The group finds out Maverick used to fly with Rooster's father. Rooster and Hangman fight, and he dismisses everyone, and Ice says he needs to see him. Ice's wife tells Mav that the cancer is back and that nobody knows. He sees Iceman and says, "How's my wingman doing?" Iceman writes, "I want to talk about work." Mav says, to not worry about him, but he asks Ice what he can do for him. And then he once again points at the screen and says, "I want to talk about work." Mav replies, "Rooster's still angry at me for what I did. I thought eventually he would understand why. I hope he'd forgive me." Ice writes, "There's still time." And Mav says, "The mission is in less than 3 weeks. The kid's not ready." Ice writes, "Then teach him." Mav replies, "He doesn't want what I have to give, Ice. Please don't make me send someone else out to die. Please don't ask me to send him. Send me." Wow. First of all, let's pause here. This confirms that, yes, he does want to protect him and that he would die for him because Rooster's all he's got. That's a sad reality. And he writes on the screen that it's time to let go. Mav cries and says, "I don't know how. I'm not a teacher, Ice. I'm a fighter pilot, a naval aviator. It's not what I am, it's who I am. How do I teach that? Even if I could teach that, it's not what Rooster wants. It's not what the Navy wants. That's why they canned me the last time. The only reason I'm here is you. If I send him on this mission, he might never come home. And if I don't send him on this mission, he'll never forgive me. Either way, I could lose him forever." Maverick keeps looking at the screen, looking at the words, "It's time to let go," and he says, "I know." Ice gets up. Sorry, guys, I'm getting really emotional. Ice gets up, and he says out loud, "The Navy needs Maverick. The kid needs Maverick. That's why I fought for you." Freeze. Let's do a little backtrack for a second. He pulled Rooster's papers and set him back 4 years. If he did not pull his papers and set him back 4 years, and he wasn't there at Top Gun when Maverick was, in some way, Maverick would have never gotten closure and let go of Goose's death. In a way, this was a divine timing thing. Now Iceman knows, even if Rooster doesn't admit it, he needs Maverick, because that is basically the only father figure he grew up with, because his father died at such a young age. We cut to Simpson looking for the team, and they are on the beach playing football, learning to work as a team. I love this. I love this next part right here. Maverick falls on the beach, and Rooster helps him up. Let's talk about this for a second, shall we? Take hand, for example, especially in this journey. When you touch hands, you feel energy. In this movie, it was a representation that Rooster and Maverick will come back from this fight and their bond will be stronger than ever. I love this. Once again, Mav rides Penny home, and Penny leaves the door open for him this time. Yes, leave the door open for your masculine or your feminine, depending on who you are. You can be hesitant, yes. Be cautious, yes. But you can choose when you're ready to let him back in. They can knock all the times that they want, but you, at the end of the day, have the decision to let him back in. But I do highly recommend you do let him back in, because that's where you grow. That's where you heal. In Jesus' name. They hold each other in the bed and have a very emotionally powered conversation. Maverick tells Penny that he withdrew his application because he made a promise with his mother before she died. He would rather have Rooster hate him than hate his own mother. Wow, again with the sacrifice. Maverick says, I was trying to be the father he lost. And then he pauses. He says, I wish I would have done it better. But the truth is, I didn't think he was ready. The daughter then comes home and Maverick climbs out the window. The daughter sees him and she says, just don't break her heart again. That's really good. Because, there is this protective mode with family and stuff like that. The mission moved up 1 week, so now they only have 10 days to get it right. He talks about run through, and he says at the end, this is Coffin's Corner. This is where you will be your most vulnerable. Whoa, freeze. This right here is a twin flame journey. You two being open, but also being vulnerable with one another and crying to each other. You'll climb straight up into enemy radar, he says, while losing all of your speed. Within seconds, you will be fired upon with SAMS. Mav says this is going to take you and your aircraft to its breaking point. And he says that answer will come to the pilot in the box when Phoenix asks if this is even possible. Blue team fails to hit the target and Coyote is in G-lock. And Maverick says, I'm going after him. Really showing how protective Maverick is and how he never wants to lose someone else. Birds hit Phoenix and Bob's plane, forcing them to eject. Seconds later, the plane exploding. Thankfully, they made it out safely. It is now nighttime, and Maverick and Rooster talk, saying that he has never lost a wingman before. And Mav says, do this long enough and it'll happen. He says, it's easy for you to say. No wife, no kids, nobody mourn you when you burn up on impact. And then he yells at Maverick saying, why did you pull my papers? Why did you stand in my way? Mav says, you weren't ready. Mav says, don't think, just do. If you think up there you're dead, believe me. Rooster says, my dad believed in you. I'm not going to make the same mistake. They then find out that Ice is now dead. We cut to the funeral, and it's hitting Rooster that this happens a lot, and now that Ice is gone, Rooster is all Maverick has left. Simpson grounds Maverick from flying. Mav tells Penny, and she said, "You'll have to find a way back on your own, Mav." She says, he's out there. Sorry. Mav says he's out. And Penny says, if you lost your wingman up there and you'd keep fighting, you wouldn't just give up. Those are your pilots. If anything were to happen to them, you'll never forgive yourself. That is so dang true. She doesn't want history to repeat itself, is what I keep hearing. Back at the Naval Academy, Simpson makes a slower time, so 4 minutes instead of 2 minutes and 30 seconds, for them to finish the course, meaning enemy aircraft has time to fight back. Maverick goes out there and beats the 2:15 time he set for himself, showing the team that it is possible. Simpson chooses Maverick to be head of team. Now, he must tell Penny he's leaving again on a mission and break her heart again, basically. They are now on a ship in the middle of the ocean, and Bates says, "You're where you belong. Make us proud." See, he knew that this was his life and that he can't live without it. It's who he is, and he respects that. Maverick chooses Phoenix and Bob, Fanboy and Payback, and as wingman, he chooses Rooster. It hits Rooster, and he is scared. Hangman tells him, "You give them hell." Basically saying that no matter what was said in the past, they're like brothers and best friends, and to come home safely. He wants to tell Maverick something, but the intercom interrupts him. Mav says, "We'll talk when we get back." He then says to Rooster, "You got this." It seems to me that he is the only one that believes in Rooster at times. It's very sad. They now launch. Rooster sees the ocean where his dad died, and it scares him, and he starts to panic. They launched missiles to take down the runway. Now they only have 2.5 minutes before seen by enemy aircrafts. They succeed in blowing up the targets. So they pull up into enemy missile territory. Rooster can't fight off fighter, so Maverick saves him and takes impact for him. Mav's plane gets shot, and Rooster wants to go after him, but told not to go after Maverick. He gets emotional because he thinks he lost Maverick too, the only father figure he has. He tries not to cry, but you can see that he is. He's crying because he realized he can't lose Maverick. He just realized how important he is to him and how much he needs him in his life. He doesn't want to lose Maverick like he lost his father. Maverick wakes in the snow and has to run from enemy planes on foot. He sees Rooster getting shot down and runs like a road runner to get to him. He pushes Rooster when Mav asks Rooster what he was thinking. Rooster responds with, "You told me not to think," which is true. Freeze. Let's talk about this. Maybe this was a wake-up call to Rooster that life is too short to hold a grudge and But maybe it was destiny, because it seems those two are stuck together, trying to escape. They now are forced to have a bonding moment and putting differences aside to save each other. That's so good. They are now taking enemy aircraft, the F-14, which is what Maverick and Goose flew in the first movie. They get spotted by enemy aircraft, and now a dogfight with fifth generational fighter pilots. And Rooster says, "It's not the plane, it's the pilot. You go after him." "As if I wasn't here," Maverick replies. "But you are here." He ends up fighting him, and they are struck many times and out of ammo. And Hangman comes in and saves the day. They land on ship with ropes since they have no engine, and they get off with everyone cheering them. Mav says to Rooster, "Thanks for saving my life." Rooster replies, "That's what my dad would have done." And grab your tissues for that line. Don't lie. I see all of y'all crying like me. The movie ends with Mav and Rooster working on the plane, and Mav takes Penny for a ride on the airplane. Now, let me ask you something. Does it seem like to you that him hugging Rooster was like hugging his like hugging Goose again? Like, to me, that's what it seems like. Regardless, I am so glad we're finally done with this. Yes, we are so done with this. And that is one off the list, and that is a major one off the list. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know this was a long one. I apologize, but all of this was very important. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Happy Valentine's Day, and congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. Bye-bye.